What's going on, everybody? Cody from MotorcycleMD, and man, I am so excited to finally bring you guys something. It's been a long 3-month period of me being off of YouTube, pretty much away from anything that I could, to go on this journey with my wife, of course some friends and close ones around me. I thought I would videotape most of it, and as you can probably see, I'm not at the shop. I'm actually in my very own garage. And I'll tell you what, the process to get to where I'm at right now, it's just been a long and crazy past 3 months. So what I've done is made this massive time lapse. I've been so excited to bring it to you guys. I've been working on it for quite some time now. It's just some things that I've been doing, you know, places I've been, this new situation that I'm now in with my wife, which is amazing. And it's just been a lot of late nights, energy and output of both of us to get us to where we're at right now. And I had to just take a step back and really focus in on what life has for us. But I'm back now, and I'm super pumped about it. The MotorcycleMD membership has been growing larger than ever. I've been spending a lot of time over there. I'm really excited to be right back in the mix with them as well as we carry on with some of the builds that we were going through. And now I can do more because I have this space, and I'm just, again, I couldn't be more excited. So, enjoy it. Kind of a long one, but I think you'll find it entertaining and funny in some moments. So, see you guys later. Glad to be back.
Alright guys, again thanks for just checking out this video. I've been excited to share this stuff with you guys. It's nothing like groundbreaking, but why not, you know? So really this whole thing started back in July when I took a trip to Ohio for, if any of you guys know, in July, Ohio holds one of the largest motorcycles, pretty much like a swap meet. It's insane. If you've never heard of it, you've got to check it out. It is if you love motorcycles, you have to experience this at least once. I mean, it's old, new, racing, dirt. Definitely recommend. Let's just watch the video. But this entire trip started out with a solid 6-hour delay. It was terrific. Didn't leave Norfolk for literally 6 hours, but eventually arrived. And I'll tell you what, I was just blown away. The amount of people that show up to these things with bikes from all around the world. Obviously, it's been going on for a while, but this was just insane.
Throttle stuck, bro. Someone's liable to get run over.
So, the second day, I believe, we were there. We actually scored this amazing spot up front on the main strip, which is pretty much traffic all day long. You could just sit there and listen and just experience the amount of people who love bikes and riding around old vintage stuff that you'll never see. For as long as you live, you'll never see it being ridden, and you'll see it being ridden here. It's really cool. The biggest shock to me was just the amount of metal that is in one location. I mean, you see trailers leaving with 30 bikes on them. I mean, it's insane, guys. It's insane. But like I mentioned earlier, you gotta have something to ride around on. Lucky for me, I got to sport this sweet CL 175. Rode it around everywhere. You have to ride something around here because it's just so massive and you don't want to miss anything because it's everywhere. It's all around you. This is kind of inside of the pit area. It's just one little strip, guys. I'm talking, there's 40 of these, 50 of these. You can't see it all. But riding around was super convenient because you don't get too tired and you can stop and look at whatever the heck you want. Especially the sweet Honda tent that they had there. Check out this replica CR750. Pretty similar to the one that Dick Mann rode. It's just an incredible machine. And there's no Honda tent without an original KO 750 as well. I mean, they brought the house. There's a really cool CBX tent there with just probably 10-15 CBX from one of the CBX rallies. They make it out. But just kick back, check out some of these cool bikes. You'll love it. Some of my favorites. One of the coolest parts is actually going down to where they race there on the track and meeting some of the guys, like that 350. But we were literally, you can ride around anywhere near this track and just hang out. We were bombing this hill on some bikes. This dude just kicked it up another notch. I just happened to get it on tape. But you would ride around and show up at a place like this, wide open fifth gear down this hill, all the way back up it, just having the time of your life. Then go ride and do something else, like this. Go to the dirt section and watch young, old, retro, 2-stroke, 4-stroke dudes race, 3 feet in front of you, just crushing it, having the time of their life, ripping around on Elsinore's, old Yamaha dirt. It was definitely a sight to take in and just enjoy that moment. Back to some bikes. Peep this CR500, the last model, liquid cooled, fully motored out. I almost cried, but here's just a little sprinkle of some more bikes that I got to see. Oh yeah, and check out this triple this guy slammed into this little 50. He said it bolted right up. This thing sounded incredible. I wish I had a video of it, but I don't. But moving on, one of the coolest parts that I got to do was meet John Penton and 3-time AMA champion, Hall of Famer Dick Klamfoth. It was just a really cool experience. They both wrote the wrong date. It was incredible. I enjoyed every minute of it. And if you have no idea who John Penton is, right after this video, don't do anything else. Go watch Penton, the John Penton story. Learn tons of mind-blowing facts about just the dirt world and KTM and the legend that this guy is to that whole industry. So after 2 days of sunburn and carbon monoxide inhalation, a good buddy of mine who I was there staying with, who fed me and gave me a place to sleep and bikes to ride, took me around Ohio, showed me some of the cool parts about it. Breweries there, and we visited Skidmark Garage, which was like a community collective garage. People can work on their own bikes. Super legit layout. I loved it. And what's a motorcycle journey without some high quality speed runs on some old 450s, 500Ts? But like most people say, I'm sure you've heard, all good things must come to an end. For me, it was a little bit different. I was actually full of excitement and just joy to get back home, back into reality, because then I knew in a matter of 2 days, I would finally be sealing a deal on me and my wife's first home that we purchased with 2 incredible people who helped us through the process. What a crazy poker game that was, but it's been awesome. Got to meet some of the awesome neighbors, of course, but I knew it was time to get right back into working, which means painting a house, the whole interior, late nights throughout the week before we moved in, of course. You gotta have your trips to IKEA that never ended. Finally finished painting up, and it was time to move out of that rental that we were in for about 2 years. Of course, more IKEA builds, but regardless, what I was so excited and looking forward to with this house is this garage. Well, we'll get back to that. Had to move my stuff in, of course. Bikes had to be moved out from one location. I've been saving stuff up for years for this day. All the bikes had to come home. Had to just, spend my due diligence time inside of that amazing space that we now had. But I guess with every new house, you gotta find some issues. We didn't find any until it started to rain. All of our inspections, everything was done outside of that. But our driveway turned into Lake Placid every time it rained. So, me being me, I had to get to work immediately because winter was 2 months away, and I really wanted to get started working on that garage. So, I had to build a French drain, and it killed me. It took forever. Of course, I did it by myself because I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to make anybody dig a hole or dig a trench. I did it all by myself. Had to take off 3 days of work. Spent hours in the middle of August. And don't ask me why I wore pants, okay? It was hot. I was sweating. I had to take breaks. It was probably 95, 96 average those 3 days. But got it all done. Had to do what I had to do. French drain, rocked it, piped it, graded it to get the lowest spot of the driveway that turned into at least 3 to 4 inches of water out. I had to get it away from the house, okay? Spent a lot of hours doing this. It actually turned out really, really well. I'm actually just having like nightmares thinking back to these days, but again, me being me, it had to be done now. And out of all honesty, I really enjoyed making progress on something that I guess I could call mine. I mean, I guess the bank still owns your house until it's paid off, but this is the first time in my life that I actually had a property that I had control over what took place, and the time that I spent on it, I just wanted it to be perfect and not have to go back in and back out, or not call somebody. I just wanted to do it, and like I said, it turned out well. Even my dog approved of it, which he's stubborn, he's hard-headed, he loved it. But just a little quick clip of when it actually rained one time, and I found an issue inside my master plumbing adventures that I had to keep going with that drain. It was taking all the water out of the driveway, which is fantastic, but I had to keep it going. I had to leave that access point in case I messed something up, but fix that later on. But again, bought a house, man, and it's been incredible. But back to the garage. It was time to get to work. Okay? Did not let anything slow me down at all. This is what I've been doing, guys, for a couple months now. Late nights. Had all the drywall I needed and more to get this place rolling. Of course, it was summertime. I had no AC. It was very hot in that garage. At first, you couldn't be in there for more than like 10-15 minutes without being like, I need to get some fresh air, because this is, I feel like I'm in a microwave right now, or a convection oven. Got this little AC unit. It's been kicking, man. AC, heat, dehumidifier. I love it. But it was finally time to get working on my garage and start bringing it back to a place where I can actually use it. I actually had most of my help with the drywall done from my realtor, who is a good friend of mine. Warning, we go shirtless because, like I said, it's a solid 100 degrees in there, maybe less. But he helped me knock out the entire ceiling, get the electrical done, the best that he could help me out with. And what a guy. What a guy.
See, the hardest part about this for me is the fear of the unknown, right? One day, I feel like eventually this section of the shop is going to want some light, right? I have lights here, right above me, but nothing past the garage door. So eventually I might want to put some can lights up in there. So if there's ever a time to run some wires, run an outbox, whatever, it'd be right now. Back to it.
So even just after this I shot that, I quickly decided that yes, I'm putting up recessed lighting, and because when those garage doors were down, it was actually pretty dark over by those doors. I didn't like that because I knew that the bench would eventually be right in the vicinity of being in that dark spot when I have a bike on it.
Alright, so day 3 is here. Should be the final day. Yesterday we took a little break, and I just wanted to clean up a bunch of stuff, run some new wires, this, that, and the other. So my help is coming back today, 1 o'clock, and we're gonna bang the rest of this out. All the rest of the drywall is gonna go up. All of it. Should be fun. Should be hot. Should be sweaty. I ordered insulation for my garage doors because I can feel the heat coming off these things right here. It's about 5 feet, 6 feet to the door. I can feel the heat coming off the door that far. Wish I would have ordered that a long time ago, but we'll have to bear the heat. Got my AC running. It's already made such a huge difference just with having this wall up. Still, it's escaping right out of the vents up over there, so getting that side done and closing it off is going to be super helpful. But yeah, gonna run some wires before he gets here. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
You know what's sad? Look at that poor excuse for insulation on the doors. That's how desperate I was, guys. Cardboard and towels. But by the time I wrapped up my wiring, put a switch in for those recessed lighting, guess who was back? Although it's been a blast to learn about electrical and drywall and all this stuff, but it sucks, okay? Drywall lift probably would have been way easier, but huge props to anyone who does this for a living. Huge props to Brian for putting up with me for so long through this misery.
Never any drywall.
One of the most recent life lessons that I've learned, I guess, from being a homeowner now. You know, I'm 2 months in at this point in the video, and it's just gaining the confidence that you need to do something. You know, I've talked about this all the time with working on motorcycle. To me, it's second nature, but with this stuff, I'm like, well, I'm gonna do something wrong. Once you see someone do it, and they will either walk you through it, or you ask questions, ask tons of questions, you would be amazed at just how much potential that you have with this kind of stuff. And that's one thing that I've really learned. It's just confidence. It's all about confidence to get the job done or to start the job in general.
Here's the last big piece, man.
This is.
Yeah, this is the last struggle piece.
Praise God.
Dude, you're a hoss, man. You've got definitely have the harder end of that.
I think it's pretty even load.
I don't know.
Perfect. Nope.
To the right.
Think it's to the right?
Yeah, keep going. Or
Over here? I trust you, bro.
no, a little bit more.
More?
Yeah, a little more. Right there.
Right here?
A little bit to the left, in between those two. You barely caught it.
Take it back out.
And with 6 hours in a garage, delusion does set in from time to time.
It's like the 60s and you got some acid up in your headband.
Yeah, bro. Alright, I'm hanging this up all by myself.
Are you? Come on, man, let me help you. Like a glove. We got started just over 6 hours ago, right?
Yep.
So we were cranking today.
Dude, we were rolling, bro.
Because I thought we would be working to about the same time to get it done.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
pleased.
We're done, dude.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a wrap.
That's it, man.
4 lights are installed. The 8-footers. I have not hooked up these yet. I'm gonna, if everything works, I'm gonna jump upstairs and wire those into a junction box, and then I should be able to flip the switch on.
Obviously, this is a couple of days after the drywall's been hung up. It's been a while, actually. I actually was able to put that drywall up on that right side all by myself, which was way easier than the ceiling. Didn't plan on drywalling that wall. You see the insulation's up also on the garage doors. That back wall, that's the main back wall, the largest wall. That's a little bit different project that I'll show you guys in the future. But we've been working, I've been working in the dark since this whole saga began. So this was kind of a big moment for me, to get this all put back in and just have lighting.
So, breaker on, and light switch on. Oh. Well, one doesn't work. But I got lights again. Whew, look at that ISO. That one doesn't work. Back to the dark we go.
So next was phase 2, and that was to insulate that ceiling that we just put up. The walls were already insulated, but welcome to misery. Phase 2. Meet Seth. It's a good guy to work with. Young guy in the field, and he just started working at the shop with us, and really nice guy, funny guy from New York. After talking with some good friends in the field when it comes to doing this kind of stuff, it was time to start doing something again that I have never done before, but with wisdom from friends and family and what to do, how to do it. You just gotta do it.
I'll load the machine.
It's probably one of the funner experiences. Painful, irritating, and annoying, but we had some good laughs throughout this whole process.
Well, when you open the bag, it kind of explodes. What? What? Oh, see, that one felt good. What? That one felt really good. What? You can hold the insulation in and really feel it getting super thick in there. I think that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay. Yeah. I'll try to do that more often then. Yeah, okay. I don't know about you, but I am ditching. Yep, just my arm. Oh, man. Oh, man, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. What?
I was trying to use the mirror, and I looked at myself, and it scared me because it was a dude with a mask.
There's someone in the floor!
Oh, and remember when I was complaining about the heat from drywalling? Yeah, did not compare to what I dealt with up in that attic.
Making my way downtown. Homebound. And now I wonder if I got this. Oh, this one's got 2 wires.
What?
They're not.
What?
I never get this.
What? What?
This one doesn't have a baffle.
What? Did it blow through?
I feel like my skin's bleeding.
Yeah, that's really fluffy. We're gonna use like 2 bags. I'm thinking we're right on target, 4 bags. Yeah, it's gonna take 5 bags.
Right. 9 bags later, we are done with all of the insulation. Thank God.
What?
So, other than the obvious, planned trips, vacations that we had to knock out, no weddings, thankfully, even though those were a tremendous amount of fun. It was really just small jobs around the house, Once I got to a place in the garage where it was, I was happy with, I could stop there. Wife's, obviously, okay, now we gotta fix some stuff where we actually, live. And, so just a lot of small project stuff that just took a lot of my time. And spent a lot of time with her and what we had going on. This was just a small project that I needed to knock out to get a bike off the ground. Air compressor and lift are needed desperately. That is something that I'm looking into. Something relatively good size as far as the air compressor goes. I'm looking at some 80-gallon setups, handy lift, that kind of thing. Even just basic tool storage and how I'm going to function with that. I don't have any of that, so I've just been making the best with what I got.
I got this thing out of the trash can. I didn't even change the blade. I found it on a pile of someone's trash in their front yard, and now I'm using it, and it works good. Didn't even change the blade on it. Ow, it's hot.
Staying unorganized as little as possible. But this bench was definitely needed. I've seen a lot of guys do them. I got some good plans from a buddy of mine to just knock it out. Very simple setup. Probably spent total, I'd say, $100 on this whole process just to get all the wood and what you need to have ready to do that.
Look at my friggin' socks and my slippers. Really? You're gonna edit this part out.
Look at that.
Awesome. I'm so
Yeah, I can put a shelf on the bottom.
I'm so happy for you. I'm getting out of your video frame.
This is me and you, man. This is me and you.
Are you proud of yourself right now?
I'm pretty proud of myself, actually.
Well, I need you to edit the part with me and my slippers, my socks, out of it.
I'll blur it.
But thank you guys for just hanging in here with this video with me and just going through some of the stuff that I've been doing. The garage is getting to a place where it's definitely usable, absolutely usable, and I'm super pumped to start getting some content out to you guys. Lots of cool project bikes that I'll be going through with either the members or on YouTube. But with this space, the opportunity for me is going to be growing immensely to just do more content at home near my family. Anybody wants to come see me in some ping pong, you'll probably lose, but just a little side note. I also got a professional carb tank for the house, so I am back up and running with carb cleans. If anybody needs them, just get at me. We can talk about that. I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited to just be back in the mix with everybody out there. So, MotorcycleMD is back. Talk to you guys very soon. Stay close to your email. I have some really awesome offers coming your guys' way just for my entry back into what I love to do, which is help you guys out. Later.